Good morning, everyone. Thanks for the invitation, Deirdre. I'll be a little bit slower while speaking. Hope you'll be patient with me. Okay, so as Deirdre said, I'm here with the European Digital Learning Network, which was introduced by my colleague, has capitalized our 20 years now experience in EU funds arena, and in particular in the educational sector at EU level. We know that Europe is facing a challenge in education, in particular by fighting the digital skill mismatch, which is a challenge from one point of view, but which is also an opportunity because we know that the 47% of EU population is not properly digitally skilled, while 90% of jobs will require in a very near future some level of digital skills. So its impact on our participation in this new society, but it's also impact on our capacity to meet the new jobs in the very near future. So an inclusive digital society, we think, is where citizens will have and have the right skills to seize the opportunities to actively participate in the society. And Europe is really investing time, resources, money in putting ahead what they call the digital single market, which is one of the most important policy at EU level, which is made by three pillars, going from infrastructural investments, so it means, I don't know, from telecoms, cables, wires, and so on, but also on the soft side. In fact, you see there in third pillar skills, because of course a digital single market could not be achieved without a properly e-skilled society. And in this, we found our rationale to create the network, which, as Deirdre said, is active at EU level, because we aim to embrace the challenges brought by the digital transformation. Both in terms of digital skills mismatch and digital learning opportunity, by a closer cooperation with our members, which are actively involved, for instance, in making projects together, not only granted projects, but also sometimes commercial projects, so sharing business opportunities, by a tight networking activities and lobbying at EU level, because of course we want to make a better accreditation of local needs of our members, which sometimes are representatives of peripheral areas of Europe, and improving experience and knowledge by sharing opportunity, experience, best practice, and so on. The network could be defined as, born and living around these four concepts. It is an aggregator, of course, like most of the network in Europe. It's in a protected environments of different diverse organizations. We valorize and integrate the single initiative in this bigger collector in a platform to think, reflect, and, trigger new initiatives. We have so far 23 members, fastly growing. In the next month, we are expecting some more 4 or 5 from 13 different countries in Europe. What do we actually do? We provide applied research and implementation tools, new solutions, new methods of teaching digital skills in education and training, capacity building, sustainability, entrepreneurship, social innovation, but we also, of course, provide technical assistance, so consulting services from teaching and training EU projects, providing external auditors and evaluators to the commissions, and so on. And from the organizational point of view, we have 4 working groups from higher education, adult education, vocational education, and school education, each one working in their domains to put ahead what are our mission, but also cross-exchanging, cross-collaboration, fertilization, and so on. Now, Just, I would like to focus on what we call European funds arena in Europe. I still believe that Europe, and now doesn't matter what are our political belief or political vision about Europe is, I still think that Europe is an area of opportunities for business, for our personal growth, and so on. If we look at the budget 2014-2020 that Europe set up for this programming period, we have to know that most of the opportunities must be kept by sending project ideas in Brussels. Okay, so preparing proposals. We have this information. 960 billions of euro is the overall budget for the entire programming period. Now, those budget is split between European direct funds, which are managed directly from Brussels, from the EU institution, Horizon 2020, very well known, very famous, 86 billions of euro, Erasmus Plus, 16 billions of euro, and many, many more. And those programs are not the full picture. Then, to that, we should add what are the funds coming from Europe, but managed at the level of member states. The so-called European indirect funds, agricultural development funds, cohesion funds, EU social fund, fisheries, and so on. All these huge amount of money to be kept, and so to make our ideas, innovation, research, whatever, they need a proposal. So, how much do your organization spend each year to prepare or take part to rejected proposals and then could not get funded? An idea? Just try. I'll tell you. How much?
5 billion?
No, very far. Okay. I will tell you. 11 billion euro each year. Organizations in Europe spend that amount of money to prepare rejected proposals. So what does it mean? It means that organizations who wish to seriously apply for an EU project must know how to do it. We simply cannot afford to fail, because otherwise we will waste money, and a lot of money. Then let's have a fast look at your country. So how Ireland did from January 2014 until June 2016 in applying for Horizon 2020, which the main program in Europe. You see, Ireland is there, middle position. So not bad. Some 2,000 projects, well, better, proposal submitted in Brussels. But what's the success rate? Again, Ireland is more or less in the middle position. So, as you can see here, Ireland is here, 15 was in the submission ranking, and 12 in approval ranking. So some 2,000 proposals submit and 300 more or less approved for a 15% in terms of success rate. But this table shows some cases very famous in Europe. Look at here, Estonia, Latvia. For example, Estonia is 23rd in terms of submission ranking, but 4th in terms of approval ranking. 27 Latvia, and 5th in approval ranking. There are also worst case, like Italy, my country. We are 3rd in submission ranking, but we are 24 in submission in approval ranking. So what does it mean? It means that the lesson learned so far, the data shows that countries are very, very well interested in applying at Horizon 2020 or in other programs, because these statistics are very similar program by program, but the quality of the project is still very poor to be approved. So my opinion is that there is a huge room of improvement, and this is still possible. So there are solutions, yes, some of course, according to my opinion, are there, then that is compulsory for countries and organizations who wish competing at the highest level. One, investing time and resources on a new generation of well-skilled professional or staff. Connect to existing selected networks of professionals to get support and, of course, to get also know-how on how to improve. And third, to adapt a systemic and scientific approach to run correctly the competition to the European funds. One of the, among the others, of course, failing is not knowing and not studying the EU policies. We have several statistics from the evaluators which point out this issue. Most of the rejected proposals fails already in that environment. So not providing demonstration that the idea that what I'm proposing to get funded is in line with the EU priorities. There are three of them which we can call like a framework: smart growth, sustainable growth, and inclusive growth, which are declined in the so-called flagship initiatives. Smart growth, and in red you have the closest to your core interest. There are many of, but we cannot, forget to fail to demonstrate that my proposal fall down and meet those priorities. Now, very often people ask me, how can we summarize the skills we should have to succeed in preparing the proposal? My opinion, always. Good level of English. Probably this is something which does not impact on you, being you English mother tongue. But then, excellent methodological basis of EU project design and management, which is something totally different if we are skilled in project management. What I mean there is EU project design and management. Then excellent negotiation skills and networking. We should not forget that all the proposal, or except one or two programs, needs to be made in cooperation. So with organization coming from different European countries. And that's why we need excellent negotiation and negotiation skills and networking. Putting together partners is really not easy. And last, excellent organizational and mental approach. So the way I approach this environment, preparing, designing, managing the proposals, and that's the last point I will dedicate the next few minutes, because it's one of the less perceived by the applicant, by the people who work in this sector. There are 7 features always present in WHOIN projects, so we can learn from what the champions in Europe has already done. Colosseum, why? Number 1, build up a project that lasts. What does it mean? Always successful proposals are complying with the mission of the organization, are committed to vision of the organization, and then are setting up know-how, are promoting competitiveness and job creation, and boost the quality of life of the EU citizen. Those I highlighted in green are exactly 3 items which meet the EU priorities. So we should be really careful in checking if my proposal is meeting by creating know-how, competitiveness, and so on. We should not fall down with our project in the so-called debt valley. The debt valley is that one. This is my drawing, so just forgive again. So EU funds go to European projects. We know from the statistics that 70% of the granted projects every 2 years, because 2 years is the average time plan of a project, are not sustainable after the end of the public support. So when the contract ends, the project just has been made for nothing. So the sustainability is one of the key words. I must be sure that my proposal is exactly able to demonstrate the sustainability after the end of the contract with the Commission. If it does not happen, means that I'm not setting up know-how. It means that I'm not promoting competitiveness and job creation. It means that my project, my proposal did not boost quality of life for EU cities. So my proposal is not meeting the EU priorities. Number two, I must be sure that my proposal go over the edge of the state of the art. What does it mean? It means that I must be, during the process, be always checking and sure that my goals are SMART. We know that SMART is an acronym made by specific, measurable, available, relevant, time-bound, but it is not sufficient. Nowadays, the goals has to be innovative. Because if my proposal fails to be innovative, it's rejected. And you really cannot imagine how many proposals each year are rejected just because they are innovative. They are not, just because they are not innovative. So be always careful to check the innovativeness of the proposals. Then, it alone, never. What does it mean? It means I should be able to create around my proposal and around my organization a very well, large consensus made by stakeholders, made by experts, made by potential partners, made by officials of several institutions, including officials and officers from the European Commission. By following this, approach, I should first share to them, then give something, and then ask, for instance, invitation in their project, because otherwise people will not care about me. Then number 4, winning proposals need a devoted team. There is no alternative in that. I must be sure that my team is at least composed by a proposal leader, so a person which can coordinate the overall process of preparation of the proposals. Then the proposal. So then the working group for the proposal writing. Then I have to be an administrative officer, so a person which take care of the documents, collecting information and so on. And then an expert in the final proposal evaluation before submitting. Doesn't matter if the expert is someone in your staff or someone external, but you cannot fail to give the proposal to be read to a person which will assess the proposal and which will recommend improvements and so on. Number 5, the good is enemy of the best, as Voltaire said. Only excellent proposals get awarded. Those good fails. The more you compromise, the more you distance the excellence. What does it mean? Are you happy if you have not the best partners in your proposals? Then you are compromising and you are distancing the excellence. Are you happy if the text to fill in the section of the application form is not the best one? You are compromising. So the excellence is the only keyword we should take into account. Number 6, your working tools have to be always ready and sharp. What does it mean? Be daily updated on your area of interest, because in the proposal we should always be able to demonstrate the so-called state of the art. And to do that, I must be updated every day. What's happened in my sector, in my field of interest. Take part to sector-based events, even better if in Brussels, because in Brussels, events are collecting people from all over Europe, and you need partner not from your country but from other countries. Read through whatever does not deal directly with your professional interest. Cross-fertilization, information, also coming from different sectors is a benefit for your proposals. And then be aware of the recent EU policy. As said before, it's very important. And the last, think about mistakes as learning opportunities. I have not failed or missed, Jeff Bezos said once. I have just found ways that will not work. I think this is a very smart approach to learn and to succeed when we prepare proposal. In fact, my advice is let's learn from our mistakes. But most important thing is to learn from others' failures. So when a proposal is rejected, okay, it could be seen as a benefit because we can go through again and improve. But also it's very important if we could have the chance to read the proposals rejected from our, for example, stakeholders, from our partners, from our, other school, institute, or institution we cooperate with, because this means learn and improve for the future. Thanks for attention. I hope to have respected my time, even, probably the slowest speaking mode. Okay, if any question or otherwise, I will be here for lunch and we can talk later. Thank you very much.